adjustments. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So this is a book called The Yoga of the Subtle Body, and this is from T.S. Little, and I'll post it up on Instagram later so you can see it. But as people come in and settle in, T.S. writes, to prepare the mind for subtle states of meditative awareness and samadhi, classical yoga places great importance on bringing space and relaxation to the throat and neck. Structurally, this is not easy because in the uppermost chest, the torso makes an abrupt transition as it funnels into the neck, in the way that ships pass from the Atlantic to the Pacific through the Straits of the Panama Canal. Large amounts of blood and numerous nerves channel through the neck and connect the brain and the trunk. For this reason, the neck is vulnerable to congestion. The delicate vertebrae, small muscles, and highly mobile joints within the neck are vulnerable to torque, twist, and displacement. Given the fragility and highly sensitive nature of its vessels, glands, and nerves, the neck and throat together are a common repository for strain. Veritably, this area is a potential perfect storm. Not only is it prone to musculoskeletal strain, but due to its proximity to the brain, it is vulnerable to the high winds of psychological tension. It's common for emotional turbulence, including worry, anxiety, and fear, to constrict the throat. Traditional yoga practices make us aware that the throat chakra is a critical conjunction of energetic forces, and only by unbottling the neck can prana in the subtle body flow unconstrained. And it's a continuation of what we were talking about yesterday, this sense of how large your physical body and all of its functions are, and how suddenly narrow the passageway between the body and the head. And if you also add to this now the thought of how much your head weighs, that you have 11 pounds on average, then when that 11 pound, like a bowling ball, when that's slightly forward and you're doing this all day long, to counter, we bring our shoulders up. Or if we're slouching and we're out of position, this rounding, and now to see forward, I lift my chin without lifting my chest, and I've completely constrained the base of my skull, the back of my neck, the top of my neck, and my shoulders are rounded. And we can be seated like this, and this can feel like, yeah, I'm sitting upright. So everything in our asana sequence is relieving that habit of rounding, dropping, and closing. And instead, everything about it is setting us up. And the setting us up is why we really anchor into the heels. Those folding and unfolding, we're establishing the back of the body as a structure to hold the front of the body easily, so that we can then hold the head up easily. And if the neck and the shoulders are not strained, then the thoughts are not strained, and our experience of ourselves begins to soften and widen. The possibilities of our own thoughts begin to change texture. By the end of the sequence, you notice the quiet. And in the quiet, the very spacious freedom. As we clarify vishuddha, this energy, that which we put out into the world, expressing ourselves, that which we feel the expression of the world in towards us. When we are tense and hunched, we are perceiving the world as pushing. We feel defensive. We're not enough. We're hasty. That something needs to be, that there's an attack almost that's coming to us. When we sit up tall, it's moving through us. It's in response to what we are asking for. We are in a mutual exchange. Look for this in your posture. Look for this in your breathing, and look for this in your state of mind. This is vishuddha. So bringing yourself to an upright posture, bring your palms together. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Gurudev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. Outside and in, I am blessed. Inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your wrists, roll your shoulders. Your playlist begins at oceans, at oceans. Can't wait for today. The sequence is so sweet. Begin there. Come onto your back. So again, anything that's fearful creates hunching, any hurry. I'm not getting there on time. We want to get all of that out. Come to lie down on your back. Palms flat to the floor beside your hips. On your inhale, right hand overhead. Reach your right a little further. Now just drop the back of your hand into the floor. Fidget. Adjust. Drop your right elbow into the floor. Lengthen the back of your neck. Fidget. Find it. Keep that right hand down. Left hand overhead. There's your breath in. Drop the back of your hand if you can. Soften the elbow, dropping the shoulder. Adjust around it. Notice the difference left to right and left hand down. And now we alternate. Right hand, inhale. Exhale down. And left hand. So we're cleaning the movement, not just the joint, but all the ways in which we deviate from the ease of the hinge here, just up and down. And as you reach overhead, reach a little further. Draw your hands apart so that each time you go overhead, it's a little further away from your heels. Three, 2, and as you pause, just notice across the collarbones, turn your palms open, relax the space in the mind already appearing. Now roll to hands and knees. Adding a blanket now beneath your knees. Round your back, tuck your chin, and release. So keeping the space, keeping the even spread of your shoulders that you just made on your back. Now just adding on one thing and then the next. Keep the collarbones broad, the backs of the shoulders smooth and long. Good. And we'll add on to the spine now. Drawing your right knee to your chest as you round, reach your right foot back and plant your foot as you look forward. Exhaling to chest, inhale, open. Until it feels as though the thigh is moving the breath. And then the right knee outside of the right shoulder, crossing to the left. Inhale as you reach back. Exhale as you cross to the shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Now step your right foot wide to the right and put your right foot in line with your right hip. Onto your fingertips, tuck your left toes under and fold your hips back. Inhaling back up, broaden the collarbones, stand in your right foot and keep that right foot flat as you shift back. Open the outer edge of your right foot. the inner thigh, the hamstring, the elbows, one more, rise up. Make length where you can, tuck your chin. Spine is long, a little side to side. And up. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Turn your toes out and your heel in. Your left hand onto your block. Right hand makes a great reverse circle, and allow your hips to now move along with it. Steer from the right front heel. And the hips become more supple. They become passengers. And the shoulders follow. Keep your right arm beside your right ear this time, but the hips continue to move forward and back. One more. Front knee bends, stay. Lift your back knee. Plug your left heel into the wall behind, the front knee forward, and revolve through the center. Softening your right shoulder, you may turn your chin up and down. And the right hand comes down. To cat-cow. Put the block to the right side. And add the left thigh to the chest as you round, reaching the toes back. The hint of a smile coming into your physical body, shaking yesterday out of your joints. Left knee to the shoulder and cross back to the right. Three, two, and one. Put your left foot flat to the floor in line with your left hip. Come onto your fingertips. Tuck your chin around your back and bring your hips to your heel. And inhaling up. And back for two. And rise. And fold. And a little side to side. Putting the foot outside of the left hand. Right hand to your block, turn the toes out, and let your circle begin. Moving the hips forward and back. The hips carry the shoulder moving the hand. Left arm stays beside the left ear. Hips continue to move forward and back. Keep your left knee bent. Lift your right knee, revolve, turn the navel. Your back heel plugs into the back wall. Your front knee plugs into the front wall. Turn through the center. And looking down, setting down. Set your block. Both blocks up at the top. In child's pose. Hips back. Little wag. So knees and shins are on the blanket. Rise up and sweep your hands wide and high. And as you go wide, turn your thumbs down and take the backs of your hands to your mid-back as you fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold down. Rising and folding. As you fold, now keep your right hand where it is, left hand only up. Sweeping back, look to the right. Right hand to rise. As you fold, look to the left. Left hand up. Look right. Right hand up. Look left. Left hand up. And fold. Down dog. Take your time. What have you made? What change has occurred? Keep extending your arms as though rooting into the ground. Fold your blanket front to back. Set it aside. Walk your feet to your hands and stand to notice. Shake out through the hands and the feet. Step your left foot back. Sweep your left hand high and your right hand wide to thumb down, hand to the mid-back. A tuck of the chin as you reach forward. Press your left heel down behind you. The left hand finds the block or finds the floor. Tuck of the chin, lengthen the spine. From here we inhale up, rising. Stand in the back heel, left hip forward. And take that length as you hinge down. Turn your navel right. Inhale up. And fold. One more. Hand to the floor, right hip back, left thigh rising back, left heel down. From there, revolve the navel. From there, revolve the shoulder. From there, turn the chin. Let your attention be in the back leg. Open the back of the calf, the left shoulder. Soften the front knee, left hand to hip. Stand up tall to change. Right foot steps back. Right hand high. Left hand wide, thumb down. Take the back of your hand to your spine. Square your hips, reach out. And hinge. Now your right heel is your anchor. Hand to the floor or hand to a block. Tuck of the chin to lengthen your spine. Inhale up. Lift your back thigh, lift your heart. And hinge. Exhale. Turn the navel left. Inhale up. Right through your back heel. And all the way back out. Right heel down behind you. Right foot long. Right thigh rising. Right thigh back will open the right side ribs. Right hip forward. Left hip back. Turn your chin softly to the left shoulder. Center, soften your left knee, right hand to hip to stand tall. The front body is opening. Left foot steps back, two hands high. So you're reaching your hands forward, your heart forward, your left heel down. Hands down. This will be exhale, reaching forward will be inhale. As though you were reaching right out of your feet. And at the same time, the feet were reaching straight down into the ground. So reaching out, stay. And the left hand only, right hand only comes down, turn right. Reaching out, there's your breath in. Right hand only, turn your navel right, keep that. Reach. So the little turn of your navel will help to keep the left hip tacking forward. Stay. And out of the strength of that back leg, draw your ribs in, draw your heart back, draw your hands up, full warrior one, thumbs back, chest broad. Opening the front of the left thigh, strengthening the left side posterior chain. And hands down to step up. And the right foot steps back. And the hands sweep up and out. And as you straighten your front leg, hands down, bring your weight back into your right heel. Keep it in the back of your heel. And exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, reaching forward. The hint of a smile, the power you are generating, all the way into your expression. So this time, both hands coming up. Bring only the left hand down. Turn your navel left. And then reach. And the left hand down, turn your navel left. Keep that right hip forward and reach. Last time, draw your hands apart. And reach, stay. Back heel down, ribs back, body upright, ribs in, heart up, chin in, chest broad. The legs so strong, a declaration, a return into your body of a certainty. I am here. And step up. Soften your knees, fold the hands down the backs of your legs, drop your head. And the feet step back, down dog. Knees down, you'll turn right over onto your back. As we began, the right hand overhead and down. The left hand and down. The right hand, now lift your hips, pressing the left palm down. And exhale, turn your chin to the left. Left hand overhead, looking straight up. Left hand down, turn right. Right hand up, hips up a little higher. And then roll down, look left. Look left a little more. Left up, hips up, reach. And turn right. 1 more each side. Right hand up, hips up, stand in your heels. Turn left as you come down. Left hand up, hips up. And turn right. Turn your palms open, soften your face, and just feel across the chest, the throat, and the hands. Sometimes it is the simplest of gestures that create such a simple shift. It's all we needed. Downward facing dog, just turn right over, hands and knees, and press it back. Places of congestion for our words, all the reasons we have not chosen to speak. Get bottled up, get caught, walk your feet to your hands, sit down. And so this is a practice of a great deal of release. Hands down, elbows in, heart up. So bend your elbows and widen them. Fingers point towards your hips. Gather them in, Press the thumbs down and the heart is rising. Again, round, widen, open into the back. Hug your elbows in, press your thumbs down, the heart comes up. For women, we hide our breasts, we hide our sexuality, we hide that power, that danger, all the vulnerability it involves. Let your chest rise. Hips up, rock forward. Rock back. Rise an inch. Chest broad. Rock forward, heels up. Rock back an inch more. Rock forward, heels up. Fingers long. And stand in your heels and stand in your hands. Let the chest be broad. Let yourself be anchored. Let yourself be more fortified than you realize. Track the line above you all the way to the wall behind you. Track down the wall into the crown of your head, into the top of your head, into the back of your head, so you can see your hands on the ground. And then fortify that. Reach through the top of your head, through the forehead, through the gaze. Track that line above you, before you. Sit it down, bend your elbows, widening out. And then up into a simple seat staff pose, heart high, hands down. When we fortify ourselves, when we feel our own support, we have the possibility of a new vulnerability. Let me show you who I am, because I have the strength to protect it. I have the neutrality of mind to be undisturbed by you. Bend your right knee, wrap your left around your right, turn to the right, and let go. Left knee bends, revolve. So moving side to side, exhale is the revolution, inhale is the center. And you are only using 40% of how much you could turn, how deeply you could rinse. And instead you're allowing. You're starting to fall into your turn. You're starting to fall open back to center for 3. Feeling the navel turn from side to side, digesting our experiences. And center. Draw your heels together, cobbler pose, knees wide. Boat pose, legs extend. Heels in, cobbler without using your hands. Heels wide. Exhale. Exhale into cobbler. Inhale is the transition. Exhale, staff pose. Out. Into cobbler. Out to boat. Into cobbler. Out to wide legs. Into cobbler. Out to staff. Good. Cobbler. Boat. All right. Palms together. 3. Knees to your shoulders. And 2. And 1. Cobbler. Heels wide, pause. Heart up. Hands behind you, chest broad and forward. If there's space, the heart leads. Hands, palms, maybe elbows. walking up. No hands, cobbler, bring it in. Heels, balls of the feet touch, hands behind you. Now walk your seat closer to your heels. Press your outer knees down, hard up. Press your outer knees down, pull your toes back. Now if you can maintain that without your hands, awesome. Come forward. If not, hands stay behind you, maybe palms, maybe elbows for 3. Upright, heels out long, hands down beside you. Sit in staff pose. And release. Shake out the feet, shake out the knees. And either a cross-legged seat with a little lift of a blanket or a bolster, or seated on your chair, spine is tall and high. Pause your playlist where it is. Sitting tall. Notice the sensation of your seat. Drop further into the bones of your pelvis. And as you find the support of your seat, rise tall through the spine. The heart lightly up, the chin lightly in, the back of the neck long, the tops of your shoulders wide. That we clear the aspect of vishuddha. We clear our sensation of our own expression. If we were to go running, we would warm up our legs so that we could run more easily. If I have something to say, I want to warm up my sound so that what I have to say comes more easily. So first we clear and then we activate. The clearing happens with the sound E. And the E, not from the mouth, but really from the depth of the throat. Feel how the tongue rises and lines the inner edges of the back teeth. We will maintain the sound a count of 5, and then we'll inhale a count of 5 so that the breath of the sound is a practice as well. To go in. Normal breathing. And we activate with a sound of hum. The Bish mantra of vishuddha is hum. A simple repetition, this time not even from the throat, all the way from inside the body, as though starting to turn a great wheel. Hum, 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 hum. Pause. You have something to say. You have something to offer. You have something to call out for. You have something to name. You have something to claim. Clear your sound that it may be so. Start your playlist at nature and come to stand. Heels slightly wider than hips, ever so slightly. Palms together, thumbs to the center of the chest. Shoulders low. As you extend your arms, your chin follows the thumbs. Exhaling down. Inhale up. And down. Feel it through the throat and the neck, through the arms, the chest, right down through the abdomen and into the feet. Toes are long. Anywhere there is constriction, let it lengthen. Anywhere there is force, let it be tender. And continue. Hands out. Release them wide. 3 more sips. Heart up, chin in. Reaching back of the neck long. Your attention up the spine to the crown of the head. Chin up, breath out, hands widen down. Your innate state is a receiver. Let in what you are creating. Your innate state is a creator. Let out what you are here to make. No force, No overriding, simply participation with what you're doing. Come to sit. We don't have to make anything because we are making all the time. Just let it through. Palms open. Just make you. Turn your chin left. Turn your chin right. In left. Out right. Tenderness. There's modification. Arms extend out. There's full pose. Roll your thumbs back, shoulder blades down the back. The palms open through each finger joint. Your chin stays on an even plane. The tip of your nose, a single line, side to side. Now into the breath. And nothing more. Under your closed eyelids, look from side to side as though you were turning your chin with your eyeballs. Reach into your fingertips, open the chest, spread the palms, call it through. And pause at the center. Inhale up, heart up, chin in. Pause. Lift the pelvic floor, pause. Release the pelvic floor, the chin, the arms, the breath. I am a creator. I am a receiver. That flow in me is cyclical and available. Roll your wrists open, close your shoulders, shake it out, ready? Hands to thighs. 1, 2. Just raise and drop your shoulders. A little levity, a little ingestion. I am a receiver. It's all coming in. Close your eyes. Inhale up, exhale down. Just clear the way. 2 shoulders up, inhale. And out the mouth. Shake out your jaw. Notice how the whole body begins to receive your work. Unfold your blanket one time, come to kneel, shins down. If you're in your chair, stay in your chair. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Knees are hip distance apart, your thighs are parallel to the floor. If you're kneeling, use a block between your heels if you choose, or 2 if it's needed. Right? Hands on thighs, open your mouth, loosen your jaw, a whisper of ha. Close your mouth, out your nose, steady pulse, clear the space within you and the space beyond you. Use your breath. Keep this. Turn your palms open, might be your work right there, or arms straight out. Turn your thumbs apart, reach through the finger joints again, find that breath. X. Keep the breath going, draw your shoulders back and down, feel the shoulder blades holding up the back of your heart. Little arch of the low back, sit down into the hips, down into the seat. Lift the chest, spread the hands, lift the base of your jaw. Keep the breath steady. Work right here or drop an inch back. Drop down into the seat, drop back into the shoulders, draw up into the heart. Fingertips reach forward, seat reaches down, chin lightly up. There's an intensity and you keep exhaling. Re-establish the tenderness. Come upright. Hands up high, breathing in, 3 up. Heart up, chin in, stay. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the chin, breathing out, stay where you are. Again, inhale up, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, Jalanhara Bandha at the throat. Lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha at the base, as though holding all this energy in the body. And then chin up, arms wide, breath out. Just notice how the stillness is growing. Come back into your body. Set your block blanket aside. And lie down on your back. Consider this like a rinsing, that we don't gather any tension from those efforts. We want that all the way out. So right hand overhead. And left hand. And so simple, so straightforward. Right hand overhead, right leg straightens. And left hand, left leg. And anchor into your navel. Let your navel be pinning you to the floor, and your arm and your leg move from that navel point. Working here, or hand on shin, opening, back to shin. Relieving the low back, but continuing to be anchored through the navel. And then let your mind become absolutely free. Knees bend, feet flat, palms open. Be still. Knees to your chest. Keep this stillness as though you have a bowl full. Move upright without spilling a drop. Knees bend, feet flat, hands back, elbows wide. Gather in, heart comes up. Elbows wide, drop in, loosen it. Elbows in, hands down, heart up, stay. Elbows slightly soft. This can be perfect. Next step, legs out, thighs heavy, quiet. Long, deep breathing that's even, circular, 4 in, 4 out, or 6 in, 6 out. Lightly drawing the heels towards you. This sits the pelvis more into the floor, the heart is up. Eyes closed, breath long and smooth and circular. A lift of the chin. Explore, go softly, go a step at a time, The back of the head becoming heavy. Any old shoulder injuries or neck injuries, old whiplash, take your time and pause where it's appropriate. Expose yourself. Include the challenge. Include all of yourself. That this experience of your fullness need not be overwhelming. Feed it with your breathing. Let it become familiar and tender. You are so magnificent and powerful. The work you're doing that feels exhausting or overwhelming is the work of holding yourself smaller. All open. Feel welcomed in how whole you are. Bend your elbows to come out. Walk your feet in. Round your back to invite the chin down. And sit tall. Very soft and small, the chin down and the chin up. Build your seat. Build your seat. We are kneeling. So it may be that you're kneeling on your blanket, it may be that you are on your chair, maybe a block, maybe two, maybe none. Hands on thighs, a little forward and a little back. Inhale forward, exhale back. On the exhale, front body to back body, navel to spine. Work there, or hands out, or holding opposite elbows, or hands overhead. Smaller. Smaller. Loosen the shoulders, but keep the elbows open. Keep the finger joints open. Let it move through you. Feel the anchor of your navel, the stability of your body, the freedom of your thoughts. Smaller. You are a receiver. You are a creator. Upright, chin up, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, catch it. Lift your pelvic floor. Track your attention up your spine to the crown of the head, to the tips of your fingers. Lift your chin, breathing out. Again, 3 sips. And pause. Lift the pelvic floor, seal the base. Heart up, chin in, seal the top. Feel what's inside. Draw it up. Elevate it, refine it, chin up, breath out, arms wide, let it go, give it away. You may stay seated or lie straight back into your Shavasana. Receive, 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 and in that you are creating. You are recreating who you are. Deepen your breathing. Take your time, build your cross-legged seat to return. Sitting tall. And we finish by moving sound through the space one more time. Feeling how it has changed, hearing how it has changed, and tasting how the sound of our own resonance and creation and expression has widened, the aperture that we are willing to move through is enlarged. A is in the belly, U is in the chest, M is in the head. The Om, the sound that creates all things, moves through us. We go 5 times. Inhale. One more. Be totally still. Stay in that quiet longer if you prefer. And when you conclude, hands go wide. The palms together, the thumbs to the forehead center. Use your sound and bow to who you are. This light, this love. Sat Nam, 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat. Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you for your time, your practice, your company, your devotion, your change, your sound, your reception, your creation, all of it. Thank you. Tomorrow I pause. If you prefer, catch a class, a replay that you didn't get to before. Have a pause of your own. It's yours, it's free. Chance to define it for yourself. I'll be back on Saturday morning for Vinyasa, continuing to open this space and open it out through the spine, open it out through the limbs, as though like everything we haven't said would have a place to go. And all the ways it has drained us or held us back, concerned or confused us, all that can come out. And then we start this again on Sunday. So Sunday afternoon at 10:30 in the morning, I am back at the park. So great to see people in person, share it out, let people know. So I'll be back at the park this Sunday and each Sunday of July. Absolutely. There we are. There will be a Dharma talk this Sunday. So just 15 minutes. I just need a little extra time to let you know the stages that each of these gestures holds, so that you can feel your way through the gesture with more understanding. That when we're maintaining a movement over time, there's a pattern that happens in the mind. And if we understand it, that's what and now I'm on the next. And so this is what I will explain Sunday after class. So class online is 8 to 9, Dharma Talk will be 9:10 until just about 9:20, 9:25. Tune in. They're all for replay. Use them, and I will see you. Sadhana.